Alright, testing the accuracy of this 55 grain Barnaul steel cased 5.56. Let's see how it does. Firing at 100 meters, and then I'll be comparing this to some 69 grain ammo just to see, because that's the most accurate ammo I have, at least currently on hand. There. Alright, initially had a failure to feed. We'll see how this goes now. At the center with this Barnaul. I thought I counted 10. It didn't lock back though. Okay, now I'm going to be testing 69 grain match burners, and I'll just fire at the top left this time. Another 10 rounds. In the past, shooting this off the bench, which I'm of course not doing now, this has been about 1 MOA. As I said, I've had more accurate loads through here in the past, but I don't have them on hand. They used to be about like 0.7 MOAs, but we'll see how these do. Well, that time locked back. I suspect that's more an issue with the adjustable gas block and the settings I have on here than the actual ammo, but I don't know. It's the first time I've shot steel cased ammo through here. I just wanted to see how it would run. I might test it through something else perhaps in the future, but that is that. Now I'll go see how I hit. So you already all saw, because I had a camera set up down here at the target, but here's how it actually did. One thing I did want to mention about, I said that the 69 grain were 1 MOA off in the past off the bench. Another thing also was that was being tested with 5 rounds, but this looks pretty good, and there's definitely more spread, very clearly more spread on the Barnaul ammo, but still I think that that's actually still really good. Yeah, just wanted to do a little test here today, because I've never, as I said earlier, I never really shot steel cased ammo in 5.56. I've only ever done it in the 5.45 and the 7.62x39. But I heard a lot of people say that steel cased ammo is just utter trash and super inaccurate. And well, it's definitely not as accurate as hand loads. No surprise. Most factory loads or factory rounds, you know, aren't as accurate as hand loads generally, except for that. The one I mentioned earlier that is more accurate than these, that was a factory load. The one that I was mentioning was 0.7, which I don't remember what type of ammo that was, but yeah, these didn't do too bad. So I'm going to go ahead and mark these off. I'm going to do more shooting at this target off camera. But yeah, I'll measure this, and we'll see how this actually did as far as MOA goes. All right, I've got everything measured. This here is the extreme spread. On both of these, I'm going from outer edge to outer edge. And I also calculated the MOA. I do normally prefer to do everything kind of in metric and using mils and all of that sort of thing, but I'm using MOA because I have a Excel calculator that I found and that I'm using, and it uses MOA. So that's why that is done in MOA. But yeah, so if we take a look here, the hand loads did 2.19 MOA. However, if you were watching the footage pretty closely, I believe it was the 6th round, maybe it was the 5th, but it does seem like it just disappeared. I have no idea where one of those rounds went. They just seemed to completely vanish. I was looking, I reviewed that footage probably hundreds of times, dozens without exaggeration, and I have no idea. It is possible, you know, like it is possible. It's very unlikely that this hole here might be two of them because it looks ever so slightly elongated, but I think that's a stretch. No pun intended. It looks like a normal hole. These all seem like normal holes. I was checking the sides of the target after I noticed that on the footage. You know, and I don't see where that round went. So I only have 9 here. I do have all 10 of the Barnaul here, so that's good. But yeah, I am just going to be comparing this 9 versus the group of 10. So you could say that's a little bit bad, but I'm not doing this like scientifically. I just kind of wanted to see how good or bad is the Russian ammo, because it is, or at least it used to be, cheap and available until the State Department. Shout out to the State Department for ruining all my plans. Yeah, I would say this did pretty good as far as the MOA or the precision is concerned. One other thing I did want to mention is the first round I had that had a failure to feed. I don't want to be too lenient either way, but I do think that that issue was more magazine related. This is a very, very old PMag I have, and I've had some issues with this before, with this specific mag. That's why I do think it was the magazine that was having issues with feeding and not the ammunition itself. On the other hand, though, this magazine has never had issues locking the bolt back on my AR, and it didn't lock back. So, but that is another thing, is like, because I am using an adjustable gas block, and I didn't tune it for this particular ammo because I only have one box. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to stick with the other ammo I've got, which always cycles fine. So, maybe this is a little bit underpowered as far as a round goes, because it doesn't cycle, or it does cycle, but doesn't fully lock open the bolt. But all things considered, I think this is pretty good. So, not much else to say about it. And you can ignore these. Like I was saying earlier, there was other shooting being done at this target. But these are the two from the 5.56 or 2.23. So I think that covers everything for this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know if any of you have any other questions. Otherwise, take care. See you.